Hey everyone, Chris Lovingood here with the World 9 review. The subject for this review is the over-the-top beat-em-up fighter known as Injustice: Gods Among Us. This game is just what the doctor ordered for those of you who want to see who would win in a fight, Batman or Superman. But before I get into what the game has to offer, I must give my World 9 parental guide. Parents, Injustice is rated T for teens for the following reasons: blood, language, suggestive themes, and violence. I'll give you an example of each. Truthfully, the blood isn't as bad as the Mortal Kombat games, but you will see bloodshed when someone like Wonder Woman slices her opponents with her blade. As for language, they do say a few strong words like the S-bomb, but the game doesn't thrive on the foul language. As for suggestive themes, some of the female characters show some skin. As for violence, well, it's a fighting game, so go figure, there's going to be some violence. I recommend that teens 14 and up be able to play this game due to the content. From what I've said, if you don't think this game is for your child, then I say steer clear. And with that, let's get into what the game has to offer. First, the gameplay. Injustice plays like Mortal Kombat, but there are some distinct differences. For example, the characters have special gadgetry and abilities that can be activated. I'm playing on Xbox 360, so the B button would activate these. As you can see here, I'm playing as Shazam, and by pressing B, I summon lightning that will allow me to hit harder for a period of time. Each fighter has a different ability. If you're the type who wants to cause a lot of destruction, then the interactive environments are the way to go. Each level has something that you can interact with, but different characters might interact with it differently. Try out different characters on different stages to see what mayhem you can cause. Another feature in Injustice is stage transitioning. Depending on what stage you're at, you can perform a super-powered hit that will knock your opponent to the next area of the stage. Different levels have different types of transitions. Let's watch Batman introduce the Joker to the Daily Planet. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's, painful. If you ever want to turn the tide of battle, then let your meter fill up and activate your super move. Each player has a unique move that will show a short cinematic of them dealing a considerable amount of damage to their opponent. The trick is getting to know how each character will deploy their attack. Shazam, for example, needs to be within close range in order to perform his move. Superman, however, homes in on his opponent and has a rather long range for doing so. Alright, so you know about gameplay. Let's talk a little bit about the story. I'm going to describe the basis of the story without giving out the major details, but if you think it will spoil the game, please see the banner on the bottom right and skip to the time for the next section. The first fighter you can take control of in the story is the Dark Knight himself, Batman. Nightwing requests backup aboard the Watchtower, but Batman has some business to handle first. He heads to Arkham Asylum to see if Lex Luthor has broken Joker out of prison. When he checks Joker's cell, he gets a surprise from behind and has to fight the gun for hire, Deathstroke.
Sorry, Deathstroke. No bonus for you.
After defeating Deathstroke, you beam up to the Watchtower and help lighten the load of villains for your allies. After a brief dialogue exchange with Lex Luthor, you are confronted by the back-breaking luchador, Bane. Once he's out of the picture, Luthor wants a piece of you himself. When he's defeated, Luthor indirectly tells you that he's given the Joker a nuclear bomb to destroy Metropolis as part of a devious plan. Batman calls his allies for a rendezvous in Metropolis and beams down to Earth to confront the Joker. When he arrives, Batman sees that the nuke has been armed, and the Joker threatens to push the detonator and kill everyone in the city.
You've got to worry about.
The Flash, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, and other heroes try to get to the trigger before it's pressed. Joker's finger closes in on the button, and just when he's about to press it, well, I'll let you find that out on your own. Now we can discuss online multiplayer. Injustice has 3 different modes that you can choose from when playing online. You can do one-on-one matches, King of the Hill, and Survivor mode. One-on-one matches can be done in a basic player match, or done with ranked matching. The ranked matching won't give you a choice of who you're going to fight against. You're matched up and then tossed into the brawl. King of the Hill is cool because you can spectate the game while you wait your turn to challenge the king of the lobby. You can even bet on which person will win and score a little extra XP. XP can be gained both online and offline, and it can help you unlock cool things for your player card customization. Survivor is a mode that is kind of like King of the Hill, but mixed with a bucket list. When you're the king, people challenge you much like in King of the Hill, except every time you win, your health doesn't regenerate fully. In addition, you've got certain tasks that you want to perform before you're dethroned, so you can win extra XP. And to top it off, when you become king, you can't switch fighters. You're stuck with the one you won with until you fall. There are other features of Injustice that give you a little extra to do. Star Labs gives you missions that are designed for completion by specific fighters in the game. Missions vary, so try a few and earn access cards. These cards can be used in the archives to give you access to things like music and backgrounds from the stages and alternate character costumes. Don't forget to check your player card for more customization once in a while so you can tell the world, hey, I accomplished this and that. Now time for the pros and cons. Injustice is a fun fighting game that really gives you that epic comic book fantasy fight that comic enthusiasts have dreamt of. The story is very captivating and even makes you sit at the edge of your seat at times. The character selection is pretty decent, and overall, you're bound to have a good time. Although the game has many good points, it does have its faults. I felt like the game has a lot of Batman characters and stages in it in relation to the other characters. At times, it feels like it's oversaturated with the inhabitants of Gotham. There's Batman, Nightwing, Catwoman, Bane, the Joker, Batgirl, and Harley Quinn. That's about a fourth of the roster dedicated to the Caped Crusader. The game also has some characters who I believe can easily repeat moves and render their opponents helpless. For example, Sinestro can summon meteors with his yellow power ring, but as you can see here, he keeps on spamming it. In truth, you can block it, but getting close to him can be frustrating. This is a problem that I usually see online, but when you play games online, chances are you're going to fight against some trolls once in a while. Lastly, the storyline was a bit short. I beat it in 3 hours and 12 minutes on normal mode, but if you want to potentially extend the game, change the difficulty settings under the settings tab. Here are some things that I didn't mention earlier. Try battles. They throw specialized fights at you to keep you on your toes, like fighting all villains or have poison slowly kill you as you brawl. If you do classic battles, you can see a custom ending for characters. If you've never played a fighting game before, there's a training feature and a tutorial for you to learn the basics of the game. And finally, when you start Injustice, you don't have to unlock all the characters. They're available to you at the start. Now, this doesn't include the 4 DLC characters that you have to pay for, of course. Overall, I loved Injustice. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a solid 8. I don't plan on ridding of it, and I'm sure I'll spend some time doing battles for some added fun. Is Injustice worth buying? Hopefully this review will help you answer that question yourself. Thanks for watching, and look out for more reviews from World 9.